What I'm about to say might be crazy, so prepare yourself, but like, Araki touched me deeply and more than once. You see, I'm not a manga reader because I don't know how to read, so I knew nothing coming into Steel Ball Run. I only heard that it was peak, it's the truth, it's the one. And I was like, there is no way, but there is a way. There really is. Because Araki doesn't just write stories. He is the story, and it just so happens to be written. I'm telling you right now, I will put my life on the line for Araki. I will slide for the 5, son. You're probably thinking it's about balls running, horses racing, but it's actually about Indians running and dudes beefing across America. You know, I've been thinking, America kind of looks like the United States. I'm on to something. Stay woke, y'all. But let me tell you bots about peak, okay? You see, in the year 1890, located in the American frontier, the Steel Ball Run race is being set up by this dude. And what the hell is on his head? Looking like he just popped out of a chicken egg. Oh yeah, ass, I can see the future ass glasses, boy. Get your ass out of here. His girl's also extremely underage, bro. What's wrong with this man, bro? Moving like an underground rapper. Is that you, Autumn? But he's hosting a horse race from San Diego to New York. He's going from a quinceañera to a 5 Providence Dominican domain rat realm. Traveling this far back in the day too is risking it. You might get robbed by Dutch Vanderlyn. The winner gets 50 million though. Hey, for that kind of bread, I would have ran the race, bro. On foot. I don't care. Wait. 1890? Yeah, I would have been in chains, I can't even lie. But we see my son Gyro Zeppeli turn in his application. Boo! Application! Hey, I know them Freeman fans just threw their phone across the room. He had them custom made, special ingrained, all golds. He's straight from Jacksonville, Florida, dressing like Prime Kodak. By the way, Kobe helicopter fit is outrageous. Some freaky freak tries to touch his steel ball. It was instantly spun into submission. Trying to rob a dude with gold grills, worst decision of 2026. And we got people out there who actually willingly decided to watch Rakai daily. Gyro threw him down and just dipped while the police came in, giving immediate attention and care to his horse named Valkyrie. But Broski came back and he's yapping about some, "This ain't over, you hear me? He jumped me, y'all, I swear." Then he upped the blicky right to Gyro's head. So it should be an easy kill, right? But nah, this bum got his stick snatched by some randoms. I don't think the cowboy life is for you, my friend. But Gyro said, hey, let him go. Let's see what happens. Let's see what he gonna do. So they start having a 1v1 in the middle of the town. And dudes started apologizing. This is how niggas be when you up pole. This is just a disgraceful showing. The game has gone left. The worst part is, he tried to sneak Gyro and got snuck by his ball. Look at his arm, gang. I thought Obito was about to walk out his arm. His arm got the money spread measurements, and he still tried to up it. But unfortunately, his controller is now broken, and this might be the worst case of stick drift I've ever seen. Knocked the New York off his hat. My boy could have been the lead singer of Nirvana with this aim. Johnny Joestar was watching this go off in the distance and just knew he had to do some research. So he's gonna roll his dumbass over here, ignoring all warning, and touch the ball that he just seen made someone Hannah Baker themselves. Gang, you might be the slowest of slow, and not because you're in a wheelchair. But this made his body act up, and he was now standing. Zesty, but hey, he was still standing. He sat back down, couldn't even believe this, but hey bro, you let him get away. So he had to hit that row, row, row your boat ass on the wheels. Even stiff-armed an old man skirting off in front of his horse to do some questioning. He was like, hey, what happened, bruh? And Gyro's like, hey, that was just luck, man. Luck? Nigga, who the fuck is you? Nigga, leprechaun? Is you the Lucky Charms guy? What you mean luck? Then just kept it pushing in his face. Like, you ain't trying to help a crippled man in need? What's wrong with you? That's when the old dude spins back. Hey, young boy, you better watch how you move. I mean, will, unless you want to get raped. Grabbed him and threw him over his shoulder. Gang, how? What core workout was you doing to be moving like Jackie Chan? He then rolled over the old man and got some air time. Happy Wheels out here hitting trick shots. He tried to grab the steel balls once again, and we've seen this gross action. His hand got twisted and he was left hanging from a building. Had to drop down in the dirt and get beaten by this old freak. But Eustace! What a crazy way to start, but honestly I can't say I'm too surprised, especially for a JoJo's episode. You see, Johnny Joestar was a goated horse racer. He was talking about he loves horses and beautiful things demand our attention. Maybe he should have been a poet, that was kind of tough. He was born a prodigy with his older brother already having motion, but he had an accident and unfortunately died. So Johnny had to clutch up for the team and make it for himself, which he did. He even had, you know, saying some fine shit. But one day, he tried to cut Jeffrey Dahmer in line, and he was like, please, I've been in line all day. Boy, what you talking about? Boy, I've been in line all day, bro. I'm Johnny, bro. You know what? You know who I am? Hey, security. This little nigga tried to cut me. Get him out of line now. Had this man exiled from the premises. Watching this is actually kind of hilarious, but also kind of sad at the same time, I can't lie. But what he didn't know is that kid was gonna run up on him and shoot him in the back. I can't believe it, you actually shot me. I can't even lie, bro, he got shot and instantly folded. But you know, a shot to the spine in this day was game over. This is back when doctors were on the spectrum, bro. They was talking about some drink bleach to clean your insides. Like, yo, what is going on? Especially being crippled. They're either gonna say he's faking it or he's a witch and stone him to death. Buddy was left in a room with 20 other dudes. Half of them probably got the deadliest bubonic plague of all time. They had him in a bed taking dookies on himself. When he was calling for help, trying to get some attention, the doctor pulled up on him, put a paper over his face and rocked his shit. Brother, why are you even in the medical field if you don't want to help? So Johnny's backstory had me with a mix of emotions. Is this dude a poet, a piece of shit, or an underrated goat? Anyways, he crawled into the office and applied for this race. Might have been a bad decision because the next day he couldn't even mount his horse. After that, this Native American man walks in there, signed up, paying in what even is that, kryptonite? He thought this guy was a villager. Like, what is he, what currency is this, bro? Craziest part is, he don't even got a horse. Brody finna run across America. Next day, everyone lined up. We had my man Mountain Tim, some Mongolian named Dot Han, and yo, Abdul. These teams are crazy. What is this lineup, bro? Looking like my Fortnite lobby. What is this? They even brought in Diego Brando. Then Johnny pulled up crawling. Still hasn't got on his horse yet. Gyro told him if he has the will to ride, then put it in action. And I gotta say it, Free Reign doesn't have a single moment with more meaning than this. Johnny's horse not only lifted him, but lifted his dreams up, giving him not just a chance to stand on equal footing, but the chance to race. Nah, I'm the truth, don't lie. That meant something to you, that meant something. You know the race is peak when we got dudes riding around in balloons TD artillery. They're risking everything to watch this. A blimp in that time is crazy. Gyro was in first place with dudes in trains watching him. Meanwhile, Johnny was getting griefed by two duds. Dude tried to be a racer and ended up being a gymnast. Good flip, by the way, buddy. It's over. They was hopping over him too. There was no stopping. Diego was out here zooming, and so was Abdul. Wait. What kind of horse is that? Abdul, I think your horse is like a little special. I don't, whatever, man. I'ma support him just because he's black, even though he's cheating. He then cut off Gyro and took first place for himself. Yes, we love to see it. But then Johnny threw his ball out there like it was a Bakugan, like he really just tossing it. Next thing you know, Abdul's running into all these cactus. How you done crashed the camel, bro? You can't trust this with nothing, bro. Matter of fact, why you even here, bro? Came back from the dead just to dud this race. Gyro then summoned his ball back like it's Mjolnir while hitting this evil grin. We get it, dude. You got them Johnny Dang grills. Chill. Dudes get one pair of grills. Now they gotta show all 32 teeth. But you already know this video right here is a collaboration with my guy Mace-OK. If you don't know Mace-OK, then you weren't tapped in.
We're introduced to the stereotypical black guy Poco Loco, who somehow managed to oversleep because of course the black guy had to be late, and is just now realizing the race already started. He hops on his horse and takes off, and if you know anything about black characters in anime, you know he had to hit a couple yo-yo-yos on his way towards the rest of the pack. Yo-yo-yo-yo! I'm surprised he didn't come in racing on a boombox. I swear, if he takes off that hat and he has Killmonger dreads, we're gonna have a serious problem, bro. Nobody has those IRL. Nobody. We then cut to Diego Brando cutting up in traffic like he squeezed Benz or something. Apparently, instead of being a gay buff vampire in this universe, he's the greatest British horse jockey of all time. He's a real-life prodigy. He can figure out the tail of any horse and use that knowledge to figure out the perfect time to make a move. Dio hits a flash step into second place and realizes that Gyro's horse sways slightly to the left every 8 breaths, allowing him to speed up at that exact moment to pull in first place. Bro, I swear Araki always comes up with the most insane ways and explanations for characters to overcome the most simple obstacles. But honestly, that's the best part of JoJo's. That's what makes it so bizarre. As the group approaches a wooden bridge, Gyro decides this is the perfect time to use his steel balls to propel his horse above Dio, causing his horse to break the bridge when it lands. 100 IQ play. This is what I'm talking about. How does Araki come up with this stuff? His brain needs to be studied. Gyro really just turbocharged his horse and sprung him into the lead like Bellamy or something. This is so masterful, a white tear literally just dripped down my leg. Everybody else just goes around the bridge while Dio is still stuck in the middle. Sandman and Poco Poco Loco get separated from everybody else and end up at a ravine. Sandman taps into his ancestral blood and just jumps across that joint and takes off like a badass toddler that just grabs something that he's not supposed to have. Poco Loco tries to do the same and almost dies. Both black characters dying in the first episode would have been crazy. Fortunately for him, his immense luck kicks in and he lassos himself back up. Gyro, Johnny, and Poco Loco, who managed to somehow catch all the way back up, take a shortcut through a thick patch of trees. Poco Loco puts his fate in the hands of Lady Luck, closes his eyes, and hits the speed face, cause he needs this. Gyro's aura's on the line though, so he uses his spin to bend some trees behind him, and right as Poco Loco goes between them, they snap back, knocking him off his horse. Gyro comes out the patch of trees, still in first place, but who else but the GOAT Poco Loco comes out the dust cloud, being pulled by his horse after his foot was caught in his saddle. Luck really is on his side. I need to take bro to the casino with me and put every single one of my earthly possessions on black. With that being said, I'ma send it back to Mr. Korea for the upcoming treacherous downhill stretch.
They then get to this hill going downhill, so at this point it's smart to slow down. But Falcon Sam Wilson, he was at Spillet telling him he's got to get this money right now, so he speeds up. And you know what happens when you go too fast, bro? Your ankles get snatched. So of course, his horse crashes and smacks the ground while Gyro gets ahead. Had me thinking my goat was finally finished, but he appeared out of some smoke sliding downhill because he landed on some animal bones and used it as a sled. Had Gyro questioning who this individual really is or if he has some type of power. Hey, I guess we'll never know. So he pulls out his ball and says, "I choose you, Still by Run," smacking these stones. But the native dude used it as a stepping stone and jumped in front of them. And he completely missed the other guy. But the native guy being in first is actually just ridiculous. He's out here smoking horses. He might be off the yerky. He was outrunning a train. Like, bro, who do you owe money to? Why do you need this so bad? Gyro then decides to speed up while being 2,000 yards away from the finish line. They had everyone there, bro. The finish line was straight jumping. They wanted to see what's going on. To be honest though, it's probably the most lit thing going on in 1890. Johnny then speeds up as Diego speeds up, using people as shields so he can avoid most of the wind resistance. It was actually peaked towards the end. Everyone was tryharding, the colors looked great, the talking was great, it was amazing. Poco Loco was pushing up on Gyro for the win when the native jumps into first place like Spider-Man. Look how hard he was trying here. I mean, man, it's never that serious. They were all lined up. I thought we were gonna get a Lightning McQueen finish right here with the tongue out. But Gyro uses his ball to flap his cape, using it similarly to a boat dropping their sails. Straight nonsense. But it gave him enough momentum to win this race. My son put his fist in the air and posed for the paper. He probably got so much motion here. But, and I quote, "This gave Johnny the ability to walk." Not literally, but in the sense of walking to manhood. This episode of Steel Wild Run was peak. This might even overtake my personal favorite of part 5. I seen some idiot on Twitter say, "If your favorite part is part 5 or part 2, you're LARPing." I'm actually sick of these TikTok morons using buzzwords all the time. Someone literally called me a LARP when I covered the full series of a show. Enjoy the peak right in front of you, man. Anyways, this whole concept to me is fire, and if I should cover some more, let me know, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm so happy to do this. Thank you to Mesa K for hopping on, and I'll see y'all soon. But anyways, my name is Korea. It's been real, it's been fun, but it hasn't been real fun.